confirmed. So we like to say we held about 5 management meetings to discuss and debate on the future of this commission and what we would do once we commenced. So because of our experience, we went back to the manifesto by the president and we read it over Christmas. Every single one of us read it 2-3 times. And the first meeting we called once we came back, January 2025, before we were confirmed though, the first meeting we called was to sit down in a room whilst going through the confirmation process in Abuja.
Yes.
To itemize and identify what are those things that the Southeast needs, what are the problems that we are trying to solve. My brother, there's high youth unemployment, high youth underemployment, there's radicalization,
yes,
there's strong reorientation needed, there's huge infrastructure deficit, right? There are enormous erosion issues. So the problems are huge. If World Bank summarizes it well, they say the region needs about $10 billion spending on infrastructure yearly. So the question is, amidst all these issues, how do we move forward? So we came up with something called the strategic roadmap, right? Which we started piecing together, which is like a small plan for the next 3-4 years that we are going to implement once we've set up the organization, budgets are passed, and funding starts to come. And that plan essentially looks at the Southeast and says, what can we do now? What can we do in a year? What can we do in the next couple of years? It has a number of areas. And it essentially says, starting from the first, which is what we call the Southeast Regional Security Integration Program. It recognizes that the governors are in charge of security, but it also says that given the proximity of the Southeast, given some of the feedback we've also gotten from the governors, if you saw what was said at the last forum we held, that there might be need, they would like some of us in the SCDC to come up with a security arrangement working with the state government that we can support. I think in Governor Soludo's words about 3 weeks ago, he said a regional security framework, architecture and infrastructure. Maybe have a command and control somewhere in Enugu for the whole region. My brother, if you've worked with governors, you know that if you want to have that conversation and be taken seriously,